What's up, TOBIE? It's your boy Toby from Team 2nd and 9 out of Fayetteville, North Carolina. Finally deciding to upload this damn Pale Moon deck that people have been asking about on the forums and stuff. Been busy, so I ain't really been focusing on it too much. Now, Pale Moons I took to Richmond, Virginia, and played and got 6th, 7th place in Richmond, Virginia. It was my very first time, showing them and stuff like that. Did really well. And then at ARG Fayetteville, ended up getting 3rd place. Couldn't get past that Royal Paladin Blaster thing, but everything else, I actually had a pretty good matchup, if not a better matchup against them. All right, go over the deck list. I'm running Cat Knight in Boots, or Puss in Boots, right now. Originally, I was running the Girl Who Crossed the Gap, which is a Forerunner, Counterblast 1, put it into the soul, call something out. I replaced it with this for matchups, even though Girl Who Crossed the Gap is good for first turn, early game, mid game, late game, or whatever. This is really good for mid to late game when your resources are really low. Anytime, basically what this one does is anytime a Generation Break 1, all of its abilities are Generation Break. When you place a card on the Vanguard circle, call this card from your soul, and then you can call a card from your soul. If this card is called from the soul by its own effect, it goes back in. If it calls something out, it goes back in. So literally you can ride, bring him out, set up your board real quick, get 2 free cards on the board, and they go back. So they're still protected, so you can get around the whole entire Link Joker matchup, the Kagero matchups, and all of that. Alright, let's go to grade 3s. Now, a lot of people have been asking me about the whole entire setup for my grade 3s. I actually chose Bunny Queen Beast Tamer, which is a very slept-on card. Basically, what she does, when she's placed on the Vanguard circle, go through your deck, choose 1 card, put it into your soul. It's Pale Moons. That's what you want to do. So you can tutor into the stuff that you need and the combos you need. It makes it a lot more consistent. Now, she has a Limit Break effect, Limit Break 4. Counterblast 2, choose a card in your soul, bring it out. You can only use the ability once per turn. Now the card that you bring out, you can bring out a card for each card with Beast Tamer in its name that's on your field. And since her name is Beast Tamer, you can bring out 1. So say you're kind of behind with resources and everything, but you have a Peryton in your soul, and you've already strode and all that crap. Use her ability, Counterblast 2, bring out Peryton. Peryton brings out a unit. You can help set up your combos really easily. Also run Mass Magician Haris, 4 of these, of course. I run 4 because I really like Hari. Has a lot of really good combos with it. Generation Break 2's abilities, when it attacks, choose a card from your soul, bring it out. It gets +3, Hari gets +3. Its Stride Break abilities, when you stride over it, Counterblast 1, Soul Charge 1, bring a unit out, gets +5. And then at the end of the turn, it goes back into soul. Now, this is a Magia effect. Well, it's a Magia card. It's got Magia printed, so some abilities that I have in this deck are not Magia specific, but for the new tweaks that I may end up making for ARG states, probably are. I've been wanting to run Cutie Paratrooper for a while, but I always try to go in the stipulation kind of thing when I'm trying to tweak a lot of my technical decks. And the fact that Cutie Paratrooper, you need Generation Break, and you need a Hari, and it has to come from the soul. Way too many, and it has to be brought out from the soul from a Magia abilities. Way too many stipulations. I don't like it. All right, let's go to my grade 2s. All right, my grade 2s, I ran 3 Crescent Moon Jugglers, which Hari specific. Grade 2 is basically the Glimmer Breath clone. When you call it on Vanguard Circle, Generation Break 1, Counterblast 1, Soul Blast 1, Soul Charge 1, choose a card from your soul, bring it to your rear guard. It gets +2, and Crescent gets +2. So, good combo. Bring this out, whether it be to the effect of your Masquerade Grade 3 Hari, or just place it from your hand, wherever. Call it, Counterblast 1, Soul Blast 1, Soul Charge, bring out Peryton, which is going to be the grade 2 I'm going to show you in a little. bring out Peryton. Peryton hit, soul charge 1, bring out a card for Peryton's ability, combos can go off. It's really good at getting you what you need. Also, for Darkside Princess, because Darkside Princess is Darkside Princess, 9k when it swings at your opponent's Vanguard, you can give her plus 5k. She goes back into your soul at the end of the battle, so she's a 14k swinger. So she's a column by herself. Your opponent wants to play that grade 2 crap, she's a 14k. It's a 10k to stop her attack by herself. If they want to be a grade 3 and you're trying to make columns but don't have a lot of resources, she's still a 14k swinger. And when she comes out of the soul, for some of the other cards in here, she gets a power bonus. I'll explain that and everything when I get to it. Now, one of the MVPs of the deck is Flying Peryton, which is basically grade 2 generation break 1. When it comes on the field, doesn't matter how, soul charge 1, call a card from your soul. Now, what makes it really good is, say if you need to, say, call the Hari specific trigger, you can call that trigger. So when Hari swings, you can soul charge, you get plus 5, get bonuses and everything like that. And there's a grade 1, let's see, Betty, Melody Tamer Betty. To add more attacks, Peryton comes out, soul charge, get Betty. Betty hits the board, swing for a 16k column. Whether you hit or don't hit, it doesn't matter. Counterblast 1, put the unit it boosted back into the soul, start a lot of wacky combos. All right, let's move to the grade 1s. All right, grade 1 lineups for Darkside Mirror Master, the GP shields. I need more of the SPs to make all my P shields absolutely smexified, but for these, just for when I need to unflip damage, counterblast management is actually really easy in this deck. It's really not a problem, but sometimes if I wasn't able to continuously hit my opponent hard enough for what I needed to, I'll have issues with taking them out. So these really freaking help. I also run 4 Masquerade Bunnies, Stride Fodders. I run those to give me more options into trying to get into Mahari or Mahari, however you choose to pronounce it. Also counts as a 7k booster. It's really good. No reason not to run it in this deck. It may end up going down to 3 in my new build. Also, Purple Trapezist. Not Trapezist. Purple Trapezist. Now, 6k, whenever it's placed on the rear guard, you take a card, put it into your soul, bring another card out. She's very important for all of your combos that you set up. In this deck, I try to set my soul up in my hand and my field with what I call my trinity. I think most decks have a 3-card solid combo that if you can get to it, it makes the deck important. And it's Purple Trapezist, Flying Peryton, and then the last grade 1 that I run is Melody Tamer Betty. 7k, she's the one at Generation Break. When she boosts, whatever she boosts, you can counterblast 1, put whatever she boosted into the soul to bring out a card with Magia in its name, well, in its text. Peryton has Magia. Hari has Magia. Cat Knight in Boots has Magia. So she has numerous targets she can choose from, so you can set up other combos. My favorite combo really to use with her, like I said, I always try to get from my trinity, which is Betty, my Trap Queen, Purple Trapezist, Peryton. I always try to get with them. If Betty doesn't have my Purple Trapezist and Soul or my Flying Peryton, I do have another way to tutor into it, and I'll show you that right now. All right, move on to the triggers. All right, Prankster Girl in Mirrorland. I run 4. Prankster Girl I've been running for since I started playing the deck. It's a really good stand trigger. Generation Break 1, when you put it into the soul, doesn't matter how it gets there. You basically put this back into your deck, get a card from your deck, put it into your soul. So you tutor for it. Now this is what I was talking about with Betty. If I don't have part of my trinity Betty helps me get an 11K swinger attack, set up my soul, and reset up my field however I choose. It's a really good card for tutoring to what you need. 4 hill triggers, self-explanatory. Dark Side Sword Master, the crit for Hari. When Vanguard attacks, put into the soul, gets +5, draw a card. Also, Poison Juggler. Poison Juggler, just extra crit, extra pressure, put it into the soul, give something +3. So if something on my field is a little bit lacking and not hitting columns, or I'm a little bit behind, I can still do that. I very rarely ever do it, but it's just an option to have, you know. Like to build decks with options. All right. Now to my strides. I run 2 Amandas. On hit, soul charge 1, call the unit from your soul. It gets a +2,000, and at the end of the turn, it goes back in. I just run this just in case I need to get it off, for most times she only gets used when I need to G-assist, to be completely honest. But she gives me options until some of the stuff from Fighters Collection comes out. She's probably going to stay in here. 2 Dragon Masquerade Haris, Generation Break 3. When it swings, counterblast 2. Put 1 of your rear guards into the soul, bring out 3. If you have 5 on the field after this effect resolves, your opponent takes 2 of their rear guards, puts it in their soul. It's really good for multi-attacks. It's really good for getting cards off of their field, and it's a lot of pressure. Realistically, if you have enough counterblast, I think I've set up about 8 attacks in 1 turn, and all of them were like 16K or higher, and it's really good. Now, best of all of these strides is Lunatec. Lunatec is always my first turn stride. Lunatec says when you stride, you place him, you flip a copy of him. Anything that comes out of your soul immediately will get +2. Now, what makes it really good is because you have Cat Knight and Boots. When you place him, flip, resolve the ability, resolve his first. Cat Knight comes out, Cat Knight hits, Cat Knight brings something out. So Cat Knight gets +2, and whatever you brought out gets +2. Everything that turn will get +2. My normal turn consists of this. All right, that was all the strides. Let me show you what some of my normal turns consist of. Let's say we have Trap Queen, Peryton. Let's see. You know what? I'll do the most that I can possibly do. Let's just show. All right, put that back in, you know. All right, so I've got this. This is in soul, 2 Perytons. All right, that's in soul. Of course I need a grade 3, you know, put that there. Cool. Okay, so first turn ride was that. Second turn, matter of fact, that'll be hand, ride, turn, hand. Nah. This will be my hands. So I can show you this little combo. It's actually work. All right. So these 2 are in my hand. So those are known, those are good, and all of that. So, all right. So those 2 are in hand. Basically, stride, do everything, get Lunatec. All right. Flip the Lunatec. Anything comes out of the soul, get the plus. Lunatec brings out Cat Knight. Cat Knight gets +2. That will resolve. And I can call the unit. Just for all purposes, I won't call anything. I'll just get it a +2. Okay. then I'll call, then I'll call. Okay. 11, counterblast 1. Put it into the soul. Get Peryton out. Put the stand trigger back. Purple trapeze is in the soul. And when that comes out, I'll soul charge 1. Let's just say I soul charge Flying Peryton. Peryton brings that out. Trapezes puts that in the soul, so that got +2, that got +2. Peryton gets +2. Peryton soul charge. Don't matter. Soul charge. Bring that out. Gets +2. Alright. So I had 1 attack. 2 attack for 19. 20. Another counterblast. Into the soul. Bring it out. That'll go to the drop. Soul charge 1. Don't matter. Just shuffle. Alright. Soul charge 1. And superior call. Put that into the soul. Superior call. So this got a +2, this got a +2, this got a +2. So it's a 16K by itself. Swing. 15, another 19. Swing for that. Then any other excess triggers go there. Swing for that. Your turn ends. Peryton brought that out. This came out. This came out. You're good. So you burnt 2 counterblasts and got the first, second, third, fourth. You got what? 6 attacks that turn. 5, 6 attacks just for burning 2 counterblasts and for a natural setup. And then the very next turn, if you wanted to, your soul is still basically set up for anything else you may want to do. The only thing that you're missing is a Peryton, but you have 2 or 3 of what you need. So you can easily set that up in your hand. So there ain't no issues at all. Yeah, that's just one of the cool little combos and everything. So like I said, sorry it took me so long to post it up. I still got a few other tweaks and everything to do. I want to thank everybody who's been interested in the deck and stuff like that. You know, makes me feel good. Pale Moon's doing good shit. So, all right, TOBIE. So I'll see y'all next time.